I'm sorry. I didn't realize that the tutorial was supposed to start yet. Oh, well, anyways, today what I'm going to be showing you guys is a 3x3 piston door. What makes this piston door special, which is why it's bigger than your regular piston door, is the opening and closing sequence. It's just downright sweet. This door took me several hours to design, so I would really appreciate it if you like it, leave a like, and if you love seeing stuff like this, crazy redstone contraptions, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. That way you can get notified whenever I post and upload new tutorials or videos. The nice thing with this door is that it is incredibly quick, especially for the Bedrock edition, and is very robust and very reliable. Now, if you're playing on servers to where the chunks get loaded and unloaded, the doors do occasionally break. It's a door thing, it's just what happens, and there's really not a whole lot that you can do to avoid it. So, let me see if I can purposely try to break this door. Told you it was reliable. Let's give it another go. And maybe another one. Ah, there we go. Finally broke it. Now, if this happens, unfortunately, you're going to have to rebuild the whole door. Nah, I'm just joking. This door fixes itself. All I gotta do is hit the switch, and it's done. It's fixed. Never have to rebuild this thing. Don't worry about pistons pushing out of place. Don't worry about all this stuff breaking and you wondering, oh my, now I gotta figure out what went where and why it's there and it's supposed to be over here, but now it's over there. No, you don't gotta worry about that. It fixes itself. No problem. Most reliable door you'll ever see. Anyways, to get started building this thing, you are going to want to chunk align it. Like most complicated redstone things that require timing, you are going to want to chunk align them. If you need help on chunk aligning, there's plenty of videos on YouTube with hundreds of methods. So one of my favorite is the leaf method. You basically grab a bunch of leaves, lay them out in a cross pattern, and you can find your chunk boundaries by toggling your display settings inside of your Minecraft settings menu. I won't go into all that because, like I said, there's tons of tutorials to figure that out, but you will need to chunk align this in order to make it work properly. If a redstone contraption goes over a chunk border, it does slightly alter the redstone timing. So what you want to do, after you've marked out the four corners of your chunk, you should have a 16 by 16 chunk space marked out. These inside corners are the very edge of the chunk that I have marked out. So you want to find the middle of your chunk where you're going to build this thing, and then come to the very edge of the chunk. Once you're in the middle and at the very edge, you're going to go in by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will effectively put the door pretty close to the center of the chunk. Then you want to grab your sticky pistons and place down 2 sticky pistons facing up, just like that. Then you're going to grab the block that you want in the center of your door. For example, on that one, the center block is going to be emerald. So I'm going to put an emerald block right here, and then the rest of the door surrounding it is netherite. So I'm going to build out my netherite door material here, and 2 on this side as well. Then you want to go to the very edge and go up by 4. Go to this side and go up by 4. And you're going to want to connect the top together, just like that. Come to each edge and break that corner block and that corner block. That will effectively give you a shape that looks something like that. Come to this left corner bottom block, break that. You're going to put your obsidian here. That's going to be the only piece of obsidian. Then you're going to come to this right corner, the bottom block, and place a temporary block there and break your corner block. Grab your sticky pistons again and face a sticky piston facing into that door. Then you're going to grab your temporary blocks again and build out 1 here and 3 up. Just like that. These are all going to be temporary blocks that we're using just to put these pistons in place. Take your sticky pistons and place 3 sticky pistons there, and break your temporary blocks. You're going to do the same thing on this side. Temporary blocks, 3 up, grab your sticky pistons, 1, 2, 3, and break your temporary blocks. Then you're going to want to come to the very top on the very center block, build up by 2, break that center block, and place down a sticky piston facing down and remove that top temporary block as well. You should have your piston layout looking something like this. This is all of the pistons that you're going to use for this door, fully completed. After you've done that, you're going to want to grab your solid blocks. These solid blocks can be any solid block that you want as long as they will conduct a redstone signal. So you want to go through your door to the back side. You want to come to this bottom piston here, place down a solid block, and then you want to make a plus shape. So a block to the left and a block to the right. Break out the center block. Should look just like that. On these blocks here, on the bottom left block, you're going to place a torch there, and on this left block, you're going to place a torch to the right of it. So it should look just like that. Once you've done that, you're going to take your solid blocks and place a temporary block there, a solid block there, break your temporary block, and then you're going to make another plus shape right here with your solid blocks. So it should look just like that. Once you've done that, you want to come around to this side, place a block down here, and then come out by 3 right there. So it should be 4 blocks in total. On the very left outer block, you're going to place another block down here and place a block down on the ground in that location there. Should look just like that. Once you've done that, come to this top left piston, place a block here. Go to the top right piston, place a block here. Go to the bottom right piston and place a block here in those locations. Then you want to come to the top left where these door blocks meet, and you want to place a solid block down right in the corner, and then to the top right of that as well. Come to the other side and do it on this side also. So place a block down here, and then to the bottom right you're going to place a solid block down there. Once you've done that, you want to come to the bottom right of the machine, and right where this bottom piston is, you want to skip a block and place a solid block right there. After you've done that, you want to place 2 more, and then you want to place a temporary block. On this temporary block, you want to place a solid block there, and a solid block to the left. You can go ahead and break that temporary block now. So it should look just like this. Once you've done that, you're going to grab your redstone and your glass. Come to this left side, and you are going to place your first piece of glass here, and then place a temporary block and another piece of glass here, just like that. Then you're going to want to grab your redstone dust, put one piece here, one piece here, and one piece here, and then take your glass and stack 2 more pieces of glass on top of it with 2 more pieces of redstone dust. Then you're going to take your glass and place glass here and here. Come down to the bottom here, and you're going to place glass here and glass here. That does it for this left side. Now we're going to go over to the right side, and we are going to place redstone dust here and here, 2 pieces of glass, redstone dust here and here, 2 pieces of glass, and 2 more pieces of redstone dust. Place down 2 pieces of glass there. Come to the bottom here, place down a piece of glass there, piece of glass there, and a piece of glass there. That way it kind of staggers in. This is going to fully complete all of the glass on this door, and all of your glass framework is now done. Now we're going to get started on the repeaters. So grab your repeaters, and we are going to start right over here to the left side on this bottom glass block here. You're going to place a repeater facing in towards that piston, set it on 2 tick delay, a repeater here, set it on 3 tick delay, and a repeater on top, set it on 4 tick delay. Come to the other side, we're going to place a repeater here, leave that on 1 tick delay, a repeater here, set that on 2 tick delay, and a repeater here, set that on 3 tick delay. After you've done that, we're going to come to this side here, to the left of the door, and we're going to face a repeater into that block. Leave that on the standard 1 tick delay. Then come around to the back side, and you're going to place down 3 repeaters. These repeaters you're going to set on 4 ticks, 4 ticks, and 2 ticks. Just like so. Then you're going to come to the right side and place down 2 repeaters here, 1 repeater, and 2 repeaters, facing in towards those 2 pistons. These repeaters you're going to leave on the standard 1 tick delay, and put this one on 2 tick delay, just like that. Now you're going to want to come to this block between the solid block and the piston, break that one, and then break this one, this block, and this block. These blocks you should have a Z pattern. You're going to want to face a repeater in towards the bottom block underneath that piston, set that on 4 tick delay, and put a repeater here, set this on 4 tick delay. Grab your redstone powder and connect these 2, and put a piece of redstone on this block here as well. Just like that. Once you've done that, that should take care of all of your repeaters. Next, you're going to want to place in your observers. So grab your observers, and you're going to come to this back repeater that's set to a 2 tick delay that you just placed. Skip a block and come a block out, and you're going to want to dig down by 3. Jump down in the hole, place a temporary block, and then place a observer observing into that temporary block. After you've done that, then you want to cover your hole back up and break your temporary block. Once you've broken that, follow your redstone dust over onto the face of that observer. Then you want to come to the front side of the door, and on this repeater here that's facing into the bottom piston, you're going to want to take your observer, and you're going to want to place an observer facing straight down, observing into that repeater. This observer needs to have the back of it facing directly up, and then place 2 pieces of redstone dust right here. The door may be broken at this moment, don't worry, the door will fix itself once we're fully completed. So after you've done that, you're going to want to come around to this side and follow your redstone dust down here, down to the bottom, back one, and then over by 2. You want the redstone dust to come right here, right next to this bottom piston, and then you're going to take your third final observer and face into the side of that redstone dust. This observer needs to be observing that piece of redstone dust and have the arrow facing into that back bottom sticky piston. Just like so. Then you're going to want to grab your redstone dust again and follow your redstone dust all the way across, all the way down, ensuring that we didn't miss any spots with redstone. After you've done that, the door is pretty much complete. You can either place a lever here, and this will operate the door, and you can see the door works as it should. You want to power this door by this piece of redstone line. You want to make sure, because this door works on the redstone signal going all the way around it, you want to make sure if you are running a remote power source to this door that you are powering this redstone line with a repeater. That way it's getting a full 15 signal from the redstone. So if you're going to remotely mount this door switch, you are going to run your redstone line to wherever you need it to be, adding a repeater every 15 blocks. And then you can put your switch wherever you'd like it to be. Now, one thing to note with the switch is when this door is closed, the power is on. When this door is open, the power is off. The nice thing with this is if you are wanting to use this door on a server and lock somebody out of your base, if you have power going into it, then no matter what they do on this side, it will not open the door, so the door is effectively locked. So if you want a button on this door, you are going to need to run it into a T flip-flop. The T flip-flop that I prefer is going to be the locking repeater design. A lot of people tend to use the hopper-dropper design. I find that to be relatively less reliable and doesn't like to work if it is in a unloaded chunk area or on chunk borders. I tend to have a lot of problems with them. So what you want to do is bring your signal coming out from your door, and then you're going to place down a repeater facing that way, a repeater facing this way to where it's facing the opposite direction, and then you're going to face a repeater into it like so. You're going to take your redstone dust, place 2 pieces of redstone dust there, a solid block that can conduct redstone there, with a torch on it, and you're going to want to slow this all the way down and put both of these 2 on a 4-tick delay. That will make this a nice and slow signal. This is effectively making a redstone timer. Now for the locking mechanism of this, you're going to want to place down another solid block that can conduct redstone and place a redstone torch on the side of it. This will effectively lock this. Then you can run this remotely wherever you need to. Run 1 to the outside of your door and run 1 to the inside of your door. And then you want to grab a stone button. Make sure you use a stone button or a variance of a stone button. The wooden buttons do tend to have a little different timings and it won't work properly. So once you have done this, we can connect the redstone back up, that way the door doesn't go wacky. And this button will effectively open and close the door as it should. That about wraps up this tutorial. If you guys like this door and you like this video, then please leave me a like. If you really like this, then please subscribe. That way you can see a lot more of the crazy redstone contraptions that I come up with and build. Thank you guys for watching.